Welcome to Average Dude's Slow Pitch.
Yo, Handle here, Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Today I'm getting a chance to bring out the all-new Louisville Slugger Cancer Awareness. Shout out to J. Lou, Justin Lutheran, Zach Ross. Got a chance to play both those guys over on LSR last year. Congrats on obviously a signature model, something that has meaning to obviously both of them there. And with this one, I've seen some great things so far. Obviously, it's been out here now for I think about 2 weeks or so. Finally getting to kind of swing one. Ordered one from Slugger, and looking forward to it. It has the the 0.75 3/4 end load on this one. 13-inch barrel, more of a glossier type paint job on this one. So interested to kind of see how that performs for us. We're gonna go with 52s for our braking procedure, like we talked about before. You'll see myself, PK, Wally, all with some 52s. When that's done, we'll come back over with the ProMs. Right now, it's still sitting about 72, 73 degrees. Bat balls, everything's been indoors, so we've got pretty much perfect conditions for this. Let's see how this thing performs, and then we'll get it back and get you a final compression. Didn't bring the tester out here just because we are limited on time, and honestly was rushing to get out here and forgot that one, but we've never obviously had compression issues with Louisville, so not really too worried about it. Like we mentioned, starting with 52s.
96 miles per hour.
Well, there's Louisville Slugger 52 performance.
97 miles per hour.
And that was a little bit more towards the end, but as we've talked about in the past, I don't know that there's a better USSSA bat out there for 52s that we found, consistency-wise, performance, forgiveness, than Louisville, and so far that's true with this one too. And that 0.75 end load is perfect, and that's why I like Brady's bat so much as well.
86 miles per hour.
Wow.
106 miles per hour.
106 knuckler, all right. That's the sweet spot.
81 miles per hour.
Huh. That's pretty wild for me.
99 miles per hour.
Woohoo!
87 miles per hour.
Have mercy.
109 miles per hour.
109 with 52, let's go!
82 miles per hour.
Wow.
106 miles per hour.
Yeah, I would say it's still very, very good with 52s.
81 miles per hour. 104 miles per hour.
Another knuckleball. Yeah, this thing, I mean, it's a 27 ounce and it feels pretty darn true to me. We've had good luck on the scale with the Louis this year, but that 0.75 makes you definitely have to overswing. And just like the Iron Man with the glossier paint job, the ball is absolutely flying off of this. Real excited to get over to ProMs. We're gonna get a handful more 52s just to get real close to that 100 swing mark for kind of the braking procedure, and then we'll swap to those ProMs.
101 miles per hour.
Shee.
78 miles per hour.
Okay, there it is. Louisville Genesis, Cancer Awareness, Zach Ross, Justin Lutheran. I really wanted to swing this bat. I had my pops who passed away from cancer as well. So I kind of felt like drawn to this bat. I normally don't do very well with Louis. For some reason today it was a little bit different. Very good bat. It was stiff, but the stiffness caused a lot of carry, even for old chap like myself. So probably a little. That was only the 52s. So I just can't even imagine what it's going to do with the ProMs.
109 miles per hour.
That'll get through.
101 miles per hour.
You hit that one so good, the radar stuttered.
Well, that's going to do it there for the 52s. Between everybody, we're sitting right at about that 100 swing mark, at least according to the pocket radar. We're going to swap over now to the ProMs and see what this thing does for us. All right, again, the Cancer Awareness Slugger, ProMs.
107 miles per hour.
I don't know if that was me or not, but did you see that thing catch an extra?
Caught a second gear and smoked the bench out there. Thank goodness someone's on the bench.
115 miles per hour.
Whew. And Dirty Sanchez talked about in the past with these, when you get it nice and broken in, you get a sound change. I think that swing was our sound change. You heard it change, pitched up a little bit, and we're gonna see what that does for us going forward now.
87 miles per hour. 108 miles per hour.
We stay away from cars here. Right down the driveway.
87 miles per hour. 112 miles per hour.
Well, this bat is about as consistent as it can be. I mean, we've got webbing. We might have a small paint seam starting on Zach Ross's side up here. I'll show it to you shortly. Other than that, though, I mean, no issues. Again, close to 100, 52s, 50 or so ProM so far. We'll get a handful more, cut it between everybody, and go from there.
85 miles per hour.
I'm actually loving this one.
107 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour.
That was all sweet spot for once.
114 miles per hour.
Whew. Whew, this bat's nice.
85 miles per hour. 104 miles per hour.
All right, a couple more. This is too much fun. I don't want to swing it all night, but golly.
Ooh. 82 miles per hour. 89 miles per hour. 108 miles per hour.
Halfway into the parking lot. Holy moly. I'll have to measure that one out because I think the startup point was 417.
82 miles per hour. 106 miles per hour.
You can do whatever you want with this bat. Just, I mean, that was inside pitch, stepped out of box and went one whatever to the pole.
82
Knuckleball.
miles per hour.
82 mile an hour knuckleball. I'll take it. Okay. There it is. Louisville Genesis Cancer Awareness Bat. Gentlemen, whoever the design came from, and it's a beautiful bat. 13-inch, two-piece, 27-ounce. The flex on it was just enough. The stiffness on the barrel was quite enough, and just gave you that good carry. Felt really, really well in my hands for the first time swinging a Louis and being comfortable with it. So again, whoever the designer of this bat is, thank you.
107 miles per hour.
We'll end on middle of the parking lot again. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Cancer Awareness Louisville Slugger. Again, huge shout out to Justin Lutheran, Zach Ross, former teammates, good buddies. I still credit Lutheran for getting me out of a little short slump I had last year, opened up on swing, picked up BP. But like I said, we got webbing. That's really about it. This is the paint seam I'm talking about we got. It's been there now for, let's see if I can get it for you. That's been there though since about the 15th, 16th ProM. And obviously we went to about 80 ProM. So hasn't moved, really no issue there. We might have pushed up to the ProMs too soon, who knows? But regardless, holding up fine. We'll get it back to the garage. Final compression, final thoughts.
All right, let's see where that final compression sits here on Justin Lutheran and Zach Ross's
Cancer Awareness Louisville Slugger Genesis, and boy, this thing was an absolute rocket launcher. I think they could basically combine the best features from Brady's bat, minus, in my opinion, again, I'm a 12-inch barrel fan, but the 3/4 end load, that is, and then the gloss paint job from the Ironman. And just like we've seen kind of from Louisville's here, once you get that kind of sound change, which we talked about there towards the end of the video, we got these things sit at about 250. I've yet to have one really get below that. I think we had one get to about 235. It was one of my Brady's, but then shortly after that, it ended up breaking. So it did sit at 250 for a while. We'll talk about briefly in the final thoughts. All right, and that wraps it up for the Louisville Slugger Genesis Cancer Awareness. Again, Justin Lutheran, Zach Ross, congrats again to those guys. Got a chance, like I said, to play with both of them last year. Both great dudes, well deserving of this, and Louisville really couldn't have made them a better model. To me, I thought the Ironman Genesis this year, that balance model, had kind of the best carry all around kind of performance for us, where then the Brady for me was still my favorite with that shorter barrel, 0.75 end load. And then we came out with this one, obviously, 13-inch barrel, has the 0.75 end load and that glossy paint job from the Ironman. And I think it just kind of blended together perfectly. This thing was an absolute missile launcher, destroyed the 52s, as we always come to expect from Genesis and the Louisville's different bats. But also, it was able to obviously destroy the ProMs. The only, if you want to call it a negative, and I think I showed it on the video before, is we got this little, as you can see, it's like a little paint seam right there. But I'll tell you, that started right at probably so we did the 152s, and then from there, about the 20th-ish Pro-M, that came up. And from that point on, we got almost another 70, 80 swings, got no bigger, didn't grow, anything like that. And so, again, I mean, I don't see it as a huge issue, obviously, other than that piece of it, passing compression, crazy hot, you got the sound change, all that kind of stuff. So you kind of do with that as you choose. But this is definitely a really good option. Highly recommend this. Anyone who's been kind of waiting for that next kind of Louisville drops. I know I got a chance to talk to Louisville guys and was told that there were some kind of issues with adhesive and things like that with the initial batch that dropped, which led to obviously some unfortunate durability issues. But so far with this first one in the next line of bats, again, we had no issues here with this one. I do plan on taking the 28 ounce out, which is the one I'm going to keep in my bag personally. This one does feel really good, but for me, I don't need to BP these a whole bunch, so I don't mind having a little bit of a heavier weight, giving me a little bit of extra mass when gaming it at that point. But again, I mean, I don't have any issue with that little bit of a paint seam, and I will try to throw another maybe 50, 100 swings on this one and just kind of see if it gets any worse, and I'll do a follow-up if it does. But either way, absolutely great bat here. Saw Zach swinging this, and actually Justin swinging this recently between Euless, Texas, Vieira, absolutely mashing the ball. Really good option there from Louisville. I think they still have some of these left in 25 and 26 on Slugger's page. Discount code ADS35. Over on Headbanger Sports, I think we still have 25 through 28, if not at least 25 through 27. Also discount code ADS35. Either way, that'll save you 20% on either site. If you want kind of faster shipping overnight, all that kind of stuff at a cheaper rate, reach out to me and I can get you squared away with that as well. But either way, hopefully it's kind of helped you decide if maybe this is the model you want to grab, maybe there's a different Slugger model you want to grab, or you're just going to go a different route brand-wise. But either way, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more content.